Hey guys, how are you all? I am Tamil Selvan Bharati. This video is for fellow guitar enthusiasts and today is November 30th. Okay, so just pure guitar talk and other people might find this video boring. So move on guys, we're going to talk some guitar now. Hey, if you are a fellow guitar enthusiast and if you're learning and you're in the beginning stages of learning like me, then you might find this video interesting because all the problems that we go through as a learner, it is the same. The first basis of any instrument learning is to try to get a good tone. So if you are learning electronic keyboard, then the tones are all already pre-made. All those patches, they are inside on the chip. So when you push that button, one of the keyboard note, then it gives a good tone. But on instruments like guitar, violin, flute, we have to create the tone. So, we have to be hyper aware of this and then we have to focus so much on trying to get a good tone. It is worth spending a lot of time in trying to get a good tone. So early on, all music learners guys, early on just focus on the tone production, technique and then make sure that you produce good tone. Today, that's what I want to talk about, because that tone production, especially in guitar, it is dependent upon so many factors. My tone was not good at all. When I just played a melody line, it appeared a little better, but when I played strumming, it was horrible. Then I said, like, what the heck is wrong? Because strumming is a lot of multiple notes, right? Multiple strings. You have to hit them. So then I said, like, okay, maybe I'm not doing it right on my right hand. And then I realized, if I didn't even do anything with my right hand, just open strings. Even this tone, when I was not even using my right hand, when I just plainly strummed, that tone itself was not good. So then it only tells you that there is a big technique using your right hand, the way you strum, and whether you're using finger picking style or whether you are using a pick, no matter what it is, still your right hand, there is some amount of pressure that you really have to apply to strum the strings, and then you have to be careful about that, and you have to think about it. Close your eyes, then work on it. So I am just going to do a standard now, C major scale, okay, and then in the C major scale, standard chord progression, C, G, A, F. So I'm just going to do that. I'm kind of showing off, okay, and I just want to talk about the things that I've learned in this process. So C major scale. So that is a scale, right? Just going up and down the scale. And now C major chord. See, when we put the pressure with our right, hand fingers, it's got to be close to the fret, so that, and then if you do it too much, then, you go a little sharp on each of those notes. And if you're not really holding it tight, then it kind of gives a muted sound. So, this technique is so important, and we need to, first of all, develop enough strength on all these fingers, okay? So, that's a project by itself, and the more you play the guitar, you develop the strength. And there are several equipment, like toys that they sell on Amazon. You can really use that, and you can just try to really build some strength. But still, you wouldn't develop calluses. For you to develop callus, you need to be playing the guitar. So I think the best way to really get enough strength in all these intra-shave muscle, all the flexors, is to just play the guitar. Play as often as you can play. I think, for a short period of time, give a break, go back, play again. I think indulging in several hours of practice, which I used to do, I think it can be counterproductive. Just an example, let's say that, you have a bad technique, and then, you learn to produce a bad tone. And let's say that you've really learned it really good, how to produce a bad tone, but you are just not aware of it. And let's say that you have practiced for 4 years. So now what has happened is, you practiced a bad technique and a bad tone production for such a long period of time. So now when you're going to, perform, you're going to be producing bad tone, and you may not even be aware of it. So that's why I think it becomes early on important to try to produce a good tone. Okay. So now coming back to those chords. This is C major, and then G. G starts from the first string, the sixth string, that is G. C major, I'll do it again. So C major, so this is C note, okay? C, E, G, C, this is E, okay? And then in G major, the sixth string that produces the bass, the root G note. G, B, D, G again, B, G. So the last G on the first string, it's got to have enough strength on your pinky, okay? So that's why when you're initially trying, you're not able to get a good tone at all. For me, it is such a horrible mess. And also the finger, patterns. To try to come up with those patterns, it was really a mess. But slowly now I'm able to get the G chord much better than what I used to about a year ago. So I'm really happy about that. And then now A minor. And then F major. See, this F major is just 4 strings, strumming 4 strings. The fourth string is your F, that's your root note. And of course, you can do a bar chord, on F major with all the strings also, but that needs, enough strength on your index finger. I don't have that yet, but eventually I think I'll be able to do a better job, maybe a year later. But I'm so eagerly waiting for the day when I'm able to, play the full, F major chord. You can go. I'll cut it off. So now just a simple pattern, guys. So I'm just doing C, and think about it. In the past, I used to hit the strings very hard, and then what happens is it really distorts the sound and you're not getting a good tone. So I think you need to just hit the strings, enough to make a good tone, but not too hard and not really too little either. I love this, when you go from C to G, that's major, C major, and then G major, and from G major, suddenly when you enter into the, minor chord, that A minor is just a remarkable chord, and I just love the transition. I'm not getting F good tone, right? See, in F major chord, think about it. It is F, A, C, right? So the fourth string would be playing, when you play from fourth string, it is F, and then the next string would be what? F, A, and then C, and then again you get an F. F, A, C, F, right? But if you play it from the fifth string, that is still also F major chord, but then the root, it is like a first inversion because you'll be playing it from A. So it sounds different. So the inversions, that's a totally different topic. So, I'm so eager to be doing all these strumming so nicely eventually, but hopefully I'll really progress to that level. And hopefully you guys are also doing good, learning as we go. And hopefully you have really faced these problems and you can understand what I'm talking about, okay? So let's all do great, guys, and let's be fantastic. Where there is will, there is always a way, and keep practicing. Talk to you later, okay? Goodbye.